usual, let's start our notes for the 19th of September. And the first one we'll do is total. Verb, destroy beyond repair. That's total something, especially a car or a truck or some vehicle. You total it, you destroy it beyond repair. So that's total. Total also is adding up the numbers, adding up the sum, summing up. That's also total verb, but this is this total. We're doing this total as of today. Alright, okay. Assemble verb, join different pieces to make something come together as a group. So if you all assemble in one place, if you all get together in one place, that's assemble verb. And take different pieces and make something, that's also assemble. So I showed you the Lego toys, you assemble those pieces and you come up with some toys. Alright, biography, the story of someone's life, especially like a book. So that's a biography. And autobiography, what is auto? Auto, you mean auto is self, on its own, by own, that's auto. So autobiography, the story of someone's life written by them. Alright, and the last one is know-how, knowledge and experience of doing something. So you really know something about it. So that's know-how. Alright, so my mother knows the know-how of baking really good cakes. Alright, so now that's the plural of know-hows. Is it correct? Yeah, it's correct, it's not wrong. Alright, so my mother knows, or you can just use know-how, that's also alright. Okay, so a good mechanic has the know-how of fixing cars. So he's got the know-how, he knows exactly, he can feel the car, he doesn't need to think too much. He automatically, he gets a feeling, oh, this might be wrong. Alright, let's check that out. So he does it quite fast and he does not waste your time. Alright, a lot of teens total their first car, so that's why their parents give them old ones. That's so true. Alright, so number 2, contrary is an adjective, completely against a fact, opposite to that fact or to those instructions. Contrary, 100% against, opposite. Alright, inversion, the act of turning upside down, on its head, that's inverted. Inversion, inverted. Alright, so like you have inverted commas, and then we have low down. So that's a noun, that's all informal nouns, and that's an informal adjective. So the facts about someone or something that others don't know, the real deep facts, especially something they don't want others to know, that's the lowdown on someone or something. And lowdown is an adjective, it's informal. Something is unfair or someone is unfair and mean, that's low down, adjective. Alright, let's look at some examples. So contrary to popular belief, ghosts are non-existent, or ghosts do not exist. So contrary to popular belief, popular belief is what people believe, it's popular, many people believe it, so ghosts are non-existent. Alright, I love hanging out with Jessica, she's got the lowdown on so many things and people. So she has the lowdown, she has the info, the details about them that others do not know. And usually lowdown is used in a negative way. You can make out from the word, it's low and it's down, low down. So it has a negative implication most of the times. Alright, number 3, lobby, a group of people who try to influence politicians and government policy for themselves, so for their own benefit. Alright, legislature, a group of people who have the power to make and change laws. Tribute, an act, statement or gift to show your love or respect, especially for dead people. It can be for people alive as well. It can be for groups, it can be towards communities, all that stuff. So that's tribute. Alright, so arbitrator, a person chosen to settle disagreements between 2 or more parties. And we did arbitrator, so that's the official, or that's the proper meaning of it. So set your heart on something or someone. Want something very much, want something very badly, that's your heart is set on it. Alright, so most arbitrators are retired judges, so they are chosen to arbitrate. So if 2 or more parties, if 2 or more companies, 2 more people, 2 more businesses, they have a problem with each other, instead of going to court and wasting so much time and fees and dragging the case on for years, they say let's go for an arbitrator. So an arbitrator is a person who knows the law and he can settle the dispute for you. Of course, all the parties sign a contract, say we'll go to an arbitrator. Of course, if they are not happy with the arbitrator's decision, they can always take it to court. But like I said the other day, most probably the court will also have the same ruling, because most arbitrators are retired judges or they are expert lawyers. Alright, so if it goes to court, then the judge is the arbitrator. He's the final arbitrator there. Alright, all parties agree that the arbitrator's decision will be binding, that everyone will be bound to it. And I showed you bind and bound, and we will do it again once more at the end of the video. So she has a heart set on becoming a ballet dancer. Her heart is set on it. So my heart is set on hers. This is now being used romantically, or it can be non-romantic as well. Suppose your heart is set on a pup or a cute little dog or something like that. So that's also heart is set. Alright, I have set my heart on buying a motorcycle. So I really want to buy a motorcycle. That's all I can think about at the moment. So that I have set my heart on it. I've set my heart on something. So what does a lobby do? A lobby lobbies. So lobby is a noun and a verb. A lobby lobbies. It lobbies politicians and it lobbies government. So alright, the car and road lobbies against any taxes that specifically make buying cars more expensive. So they're against these specific taxes. Specifically make buying cars more expensive. And this was a sentence in one of the tests, so we're just doing it now. So the president paid tribute to the voluntary organization. So that was another sentence. So you pay a tribute to the voluntary organizations, and I showed you what a voluntary organization is, what it does. So we discussed and we saw a few voluntary organizations. Alright, let's go on to common phrases, part B. So these are very common phrases, and it's always pay tribute. You don't give tributes, you don't send them out, you don't dish them out, you always pay a tribute. So always use this phrase this way, do not use it any other way. Don't say I send my tributes to you. It doesn't make much sense. I always pay my tributes. Wage war. So the two governments are waging war, the two countries are waging war against each other. Alright, so that's wage war. Always obey the law, obey laws. Alright, she always obeys the law. Alright, follow instructions. She always follows instructions. Break rules and bend rules. So I showed you what was break and what was bend rules, and I gave you some examples of breaking the rules and bending the rules. Alright, and today's last part is pronunciation. Legislation. Legislation. Alright, legislature or legislature. Legislature. Usually it's legislature. Sounds better. But even if you say legislature, nobody can say that it's wrong. It's how you pronounce it. Both are correct, quite correct, but this just sounds way better, that's all. Legislate. Specific. And then, like I said, the E over here is very short. Specific. Don't drag it out. Don't make it specific. That doesn't make any sense. That's not a very good way to say specific. Specifically, again, short E, specifically. Opposition. And number 7, oppose, not oppose. Some people do say oppose, but it doesn't sound very good. Oppose, opposes. So legislation, legislature, legislates. Specifically, opposition, oppose, and opposes, right? And opposes, you can also say opposes or opposes. Both are quite correct, just depends on which part of the world you happen to be. And the pronunciation varies a bit. Alright, so now we'll just do this. Drawings that we did. Okay, so this was the drawing that we did. So for number 1, let's do compile. So you compile a report, you take different pieces of information and you lay it down in a proper and sequential order so it makes sense. So that's compiling a report, compiling an essay, compiling a novel, compiling anything. taking different pieces of information and putting it down in a meaningful and sensible order. So that's compile and compilation. All right, so that's that. So now we'll do divert and diversion. So that's, I showed you the photo. If you're going and there's some road work going on, you have to take a diversion. So divert noun, divert verb, and diversion noun. And all this stuff comes from div, that is the division. All right, so diverge is split up into two or more. That's diverge. And divergence, divergent. So the other day we did a sentence that they were identical twins, but they had divergent opinions on every topic under the sun. And the same opposite of divergence is convergence, converge, convergent. All right, so that's just a drawing of lowdown. This is a flower or a plant or whatever, and usually you just see what's up, and the lowdown is the details inside that nobody or very few people know. That's the lowdown. It's usually used in a negative or a that sort of juicy sort of way. All right, and the last drawing is that's a tree, and the fellow has been tied to the tree with some ropes or something, so he is now bound to the tree. So the arbitrator's decision will be binding, so it will be, everybody will be bound to it, all the parties will be bound to that decision. So all right, that's all for the notes today. Write your notes down and watch the other batches videos, watch your older videos, and watch the other videos that I put up about the idioms and phrases and the words of the week and all that stuff, and that'll help you a lot. All right, that's all. So see you in the next one. Bye bye, adios.